Good morning and welcome to Inside Texoma. I'm Melissa Kakarika. Today I'm joined by Tom Sheriff from the Rotary Club North here in Wichita Falls. Good morning, Tom.
Good morning, Melissa. How are you?
I'm good. And today on
Great.
Inside Texoma, we are doing an episode for the beer lovers out there because there is a big event coming up here in the Falls, Craft Brew Week and Tornado Alley Brew Fest. We're going to get to all the details. Tell us a little bit about the Rotary Club North, first of all.
Be glad to. And we're going to back up a little bit farther maybe and talk about Rotary in general.
Okay.
Rotary was founded in 1905. It is the world's oldest service organization, and that's our purpose, is provide service to others in need. And that's why we are doing the Craft Beer Week, is to raise funds for our projects that we do. The monies that we raise are going to have two primary beneficiaries. One will be the local chapter of the Disabled American Veterans. The other will be the Lake Wichita Falls Revitalization Project. Also, funds will be used for all of our other humanitarian projects as well. Just like the rest of the world that's changing so much right now, Rotary is changing, and the projects that we do have to change as well. We have done a lot of projects that we have done in the past, but we've got to address a new and a younger crowd to do this. We've got to do things that will bring newer members, younger members into Rotary. And that's really the secondary project, or the purpose of our project, is to bring a younger person into Rotary to help us provide service to people.
And now tell us a little bit about Rotary Club North. I know there are a couple different segments here in the Falls.
There are three chapters, or three Rotary clubs in Wichita Falls. There is the Downtown Club, there is the Wichita Falls Southwest Club, and we're Rotary North. We were founded in 1983. At that time, the majority, or a lot of the members, were from the Air Force Base, and that's why we were named Wichita Falls North. Now, as to where it used to be, there was Wichita Falls Southwest, Downtown, North. That's our names, but our members are from throughout the community.
And tell me about how many members do you have?
Our club has about 25 members right now, which we have been, over the years, run anywhere from 25 to 40. And I think it's kind of a trend with all service organizations, even with religious organizations right now, that memberships in these type of organizations are declining, which is something we'd like to turn around. We want to get something to be a Rotary Club. The basic premise is we've got to do something. People are not going to come to Rotary just to have breakfast. We've got to have a purpose, we've got to have a reason. And our purpose is helping other people. So we've got to do something. We've got to be busy. Our projects are worldwide, actually, in nature. And I think that's the benefit of being part of Rotary. Rotary has 1.2 million people in over 200 countries worldwide. So, like I say, our purpose is service. And if we've got more than one people, that's why we formed a club. More people to work together to provide better and more service to others. And if we're part of Rotary, then we're part of a worldwide network. We have done projects in Haiti and Nicaragua, Honduras, India, all over the world. Our basic focus, though, is Wichita Falls.
Of course. So a lot of reasons to join there. Now, when do you guys meet?
We meet at 7 o'clock on Fridays at the Marriott, which is it's behind the Jack in the Box, actually on Terry Street, which is across from the Lawrence Road Walmart.
And then how does somebody go to those meetings? How do they join?
We would love for anybody just to come. You can come any Friday morning at 7 o'clock. You're more than welcome. We want you to, first of all, see what Rotary does, what Rotary North does, and then, if you'd like to join, we'll make that happen.
And you mentioned there is a breakfast. Now, usually a lot of times Rotary clubs have speakers or something as well.
We do. That's another part of Rotary. We've got to have good programs every week. You not only have to, Rotary has to have a goal, but we've got to have a reason to come to the Friday morning meetings, and that's because of the speakers that we have. We'll have, our Rotary district is North Central Texas. We'll have speakers from out North Texas that come in, as well as local speakers as well.
So it seems like you really can learn a lot being part of the club.
You can, and you can make a lot of professional associations, a lot of professional connections for your business as well. And that's not the purpose of Rotary, you know, is not your business connections, but it happens. It's part of Rotary.
So I imagine it's kind of just a very feel-good organization to be a part of from your perspective.
And people ask, why are you a member of Rotary? And it's kind of a selfish thing for me. It does make me feel good. I enjoy helping others, and whether it's a child in need or a family in need or whatever. We provide scholarships to students throughout Wichita Falls, and whenever you can see one of these students that does go to college, gets a degree, and comes back and provides more service to Wichita Falls, it really makes you feel good, and that's the selfish part of being a Rotarian.
And now we're talking today about Tornado Alley Brew Fest and Craft Brew Week here in the Falls. I imagine that's kind of one of those feel-good things as well as you guys are putting this together.
It is. The craft beer industry has really mushroomed in the last few years. This event will be our second event. The inaugural one was last year. And last year we had a really good turnout, and we hope for it to be a lot better this year.
Well, we're going to talk a whole lot more about what's coming up at both of those events right after this break on Inside Texoma. Welcome back to Inside Texoma. Once again, I'm Melissa Kakarika, joined by Tom Sheriff and Mike Crocker from Rotary Club North here in the Falls. Good morning.
Morning.
Good morning.
We talked a little bit about what Rotary does and all the service. One of the things that you're putting on right now is the first annual Craft Brew Week here in the Falls. Tell us how this got started.
It's a coordinated effort with the Back Porch Draft House. Megan Irwin is kind of heading that up and organizing it. There'll be a series of events prior to Tornado Alley Brew Fest. That week, Monday will be at the Iron Horse, and Oscar's Blue will be the brewer. Then at Market Street, there will be a craft beer tasting. On Tuesday, on Wednesday, there will be a tap takeover at Ganache. On Thursday, Local Boys Liquor will have a craft beer tasting. And on Friday, Back Porch Draft House will have Founders Release Brewery doing something there. All the events start at 4 p.m. Tornado Alley Beer Fest or Brew Fest starts at 4 p.m. for general admission. VIP folks get to come in at an hour early at 3 p.m. and that's on Saturday, May the 2nd.
Now, when we say tap takeover, what are we talking about? What does that mean for someone who's not a total beer aficionado like me?
For a tap takeover, Ganache and Back Porch Draft House, they already have certain taps in their establishment that they have. A certain brewery, such as Oscar Blues, will come in and they'll take over several of those taps with their products. They'll have people there to explain their products to the customers.
Okay, and then the actual tasting is for maybe the ones that have their own brews. Is that correct?
Excuse me, I never said the question.
I'm sorry. The craft beer tasting, is that they have their own?
What that will be, those are at Market Street and at Local Boys Liquor. There may be some representatives there, but there will be many craft beers there that people can just come and take a sample of to see what they're like, to see if there's something that they like.
Now, how did this really come up as an idea? I mean, is craft beer growing here in Wichita Falls and Texoma?
It is expanding rapidly. The mayor previously has named the week prior to Brew Fest as Craft Beer Week in Wichita Falls. And we were glad that he did this, and hopefully it will give the community some publicity. Now, one of the things that we're doing with Craft Beer Week, tying it to the Brew Fest, is if a person will come to all 5 of the events prior, then when they come to the Brew Fest, they'll get a free t-shirt, commemorative t-shirt, as well as a free 12-ounce commemorative drink glass of the event.
And now you're also wanting people to get some type of punch card for Brew Week, right?
That is correct. We've kind of gone through the list of locations where these events will take place. You can go to Wichita Falls Craft Brew Week Facebook page and see those locations and times listed.
Whenever they go to the first event, they will receive a punch card that when they go to each successive event, it will be punched with a different punch, showing that they did attend the event. And like I say, if they'll bring the card with all 5 stamps to the Brew Fest, that's when they'll get their free souvenirs for attending.
And now, is there a charge for all of this?
At the tap takeovers, there probably will be a charge because you'll be getting full drinks. At the Market Street and Ganache, or at the Market Street and Local Boys, I don't think there will be a charge for those. They'll just be getting a sampling of each of the beers.
Now, what's it been like planning all of this? You guys must be very excited.
We are. We've been planning this one. We've had a full year to work on. And it's actually been fun. That's part of the process. Normally, all of our meetings have been Friday mornings, as we discussed earlier. With this, we've been having a lot of the planning meetings at the Back Porch Draft House. It's kind of nice to go and have a Rotary Club meeting and have a craft beer while you're doing that.
So you've sampled some of the product already.
We have. We've sampled a few of those in advance.
We all have our favorites.
So you can tell people it is well worth going to all the tastings and tap takeovers, right?
Sure. And it adds a younger feeling to our meetings as well, to have meetings. Another one of the feelings of Rotary to me is the fellowship of Rotary. And not only the fellowship on Friday mornings, but the fellowship of the planning meetings at the Back Porch Draft House as well.
I imagine during Craft Brew Week, there's going to be a lot of, community coming together as well, kind of camaraderie, not only at your meetings, but I imagine you're going to experience that week as well.
Sure. One of our Rotary Club's partners is the 364th Training Squadron at Shepherd. They provide a lot of permanent party as servers at the event. They've attended a lot of the planning meetings with us. And so it's something that benefits us, it benefits them as well. The friendships that we develop with the people at the squadron, everything from the commander down to the trainees.
And it's also good for the local businesses involved here as well.
Sure, absolutely. The ones that we've mentioned, as well as just the awareness of craft beer in general, I think will help every establishment that serves craft beers.
Now,
we talked a little bit about the punch card, but there are some ticket sales going on, right?
That's absolutely correct. There's 2 avenues that you can obtain tickets for Tornado Alley Brew Fest. You can go online and go through tornadoalleybrewfest.org. And we do have some physical locations where you can pick up tickets. Dr. Sheriff's office, Wichita Eye Care, which is next door to iMart Express out close to Best Buy on Kemp, United Market Street at Kell and Fairway Boulevards, the United Supermarket out on Jacksboro Highway, Local Boys Liquor at Kemp and Southwest Parkway, and of course Back Porch Draft House on Kell West Boulevard.
Now, are those tickets just for the Tornado Alley Brew Fest or for the whole week?
No, this is for the Brew Fest itself.
Okay. And then do you need any type of ticket or anything other than that punch card for the whole week?
No. These are all open to the public, the Craft Beer Week festivities. They're all open to the public. And other than the tap takeovers, there's no charge.
Okay, and that punch card just gets you into some special things towards the end of the week.
That's right.
Well, is there anything else you want people to know about why they should indulge during this week that's coming up here in the craft brews?
Yeah, as we've said, one, it's a great cause. That's the biggest thing. You're helping Wichita Falls if you come. And that's what this is all about, is helping other people, helping Wichita Falls, promoting Rotary, which we feel is very important as well.
And there were some social media sites as well to visit, right?
That's correct, yes.
And what were they?
What were they, Mike?
We keep you in suspense here on
That's
Inside
right.
Texoma.
Well, you can, for Craft Brew Week, in addition to the one I mentioned earlier on the Facebook page, you can go on the Tornado Alley Brew Fest web page. And
Facebook page.
is it Facebook page? Okay. And it lists all the locations for tickets and also for the events for Craft Brew Week.
But that's the Facebook page of both the Tornado Alley Brew Fest as well as the Back Porch Draft.
All right, well, we're going to delve a little deeper into this Tornado Alley Brew Fest, big culmination of everything, right after this break. Make sure you stay tuned for more. Welcome back to Inside Texoma on this Sunday morning. Once again, I'm joined by Tom Sheriff and Tracy Dennison now from Rotary Club North. We've been talking all about Craft Brew Week and Tornado Alley Brew Fest. We're going to dig deeper into that Tornado Alley Brew Fest now. Tell us what is going to be going on.
Well, the Brew Fest is actually Saturday, this coming Saturday, May 2nd. It runs from 4 to 8 p.m. And the VIP entry is an hour earlier, runs from 3 to 8. And it's at Brigwell Ag Center. And it's a lot like a wine tasting event. What happens is with your admission, you get a commemorative 3.5 ounce glass. And with that, you get a sheet of drink tickets, 12 2-ounce, that get you to 12 2-ounce pours. And what you're able to do is move around the area. There'll be over 25 brewers, 75 brews to pick from. And you can sample all the beers you like, and if you run out of sheets, you can buy an additional drink sheet, which is another 12 2-ounce pours for an additional $5. So we're really excited about it. This is our second Brew Fest. We've had a full year to work on this, and we're really excited. You know, the craft brew industry has really taken off in the last few years. There's people that brew, have home brews. There's also, in addition to just the craft brews, there's booze available. There'll be food provided. The ganache will be there. Funny enough, I don't know if you realize this, but there's actually even food pairings with cupcakes.
Oh, that would make sense.
Yeah, so you can get, there'll be Texas Roadhouse will be there providing food for the VIP area. Back Porch Draft House will have brats. There'll be some other booze there. And a ganache will be serving, I guess, your savory cupcakes for, there's a cupcake for different types of beer, so that's a pretty neat experience as well. So it's going to be a great event. We're looking forward to it. We've gotten a lot of positive response. Our Facebook page, we get a lot of comments with that, and everybody wants to know which beers are coming, and so we're really excited about it.
Now, are the beers and brews from all across Texas? Are they all local?
All across the United States. We've got brewers from as far away as Michigan. I believe there's a Connecticut,
California,
California, and a lot of local brewers. Got some brewers out of Fort Worth, Dallas. I know Revolver's one of those. Franconia.
Grapevine Brewery.
Grapevine Brewery. With 25 different brewers. So there'll be lots of different types. If you really like craft beer, there's going to be lots of types of beers to choose from, and lots of different flavors. So I've sort of picked up I was a sort of a standard beer guy before I got involved in this. Now I've sort of picked up the the craft beer craze, you know.
There you go. So make sure you go try it out because you might become a craft beer crazed person too, right?
That's exactly right. That's exactly right.
Now there is an after party of some sort as well.
Yes, there is an after party Saturday night at the Back Porch Draft House after the Brew Fest.
And that's just a show up type of thing.
Show up type thing and celebrate a little bit more.
Well, so can I talk a little bit about the pricing and
Yes.
how that's done? The standard entry fee is $25. That'll get you in from 4 to 8 o'clock. And again, what comes with that is your 3.5 ounce commemorative cup or glass, and also one sheet of those 12 2-ounce pours. Now, for a $50 admission fee, you get VIP pass. That gets you an extra hour early, and you get to go to our special little VIP area, and there'll be some additional beers there that's not available to the general buying audience, along with food provided by Texas Roadhouse, and so you get a free T-shirt.
Gift bag full of goodies.
Oh, you get a gift bag. We treat you nice with a VIP. So that section will be only for VIP members only, and to get there an hour early. They can, in case we run out, they can sample all those ahead of time. So.
And we talked earlier about places to get those advance tickets. Let's get those out there again in case you're tuning in late.
Okay, do you remember where they are? It is the Market
your
Street
office is one of them.
My office, Dr. Sheriff's office next to iMart Express is one. Another one is the Market Street United, the United Supermarket on Jacksboro Highway, Local Boys.
Oh, there they are. Right there.
And
We helped you out a
the
little
Back
bit.
Porch Draft House, exactly. And that's it. There's 5 places.
Now, I know you mentioned this is your second year. What was it like last year to be there for the first time? What was the atmosphere like? I imagine a lot of fun.
Well, go ahead, Tom.
It was a great time. We had, there's always going to be a security presence there. We thought, we don't want anybody to get imbibed. But I have gone to several Brew Fests in this area, in Lawton and Dallas, Fort Worth, and I have never seen anybody that I thought had too much to drink. So it's really a good time, even though it's a 21 years old event and older. Still, there's just never been a problem. Everybody's having a fun time, a good time. We've got food, we'll have games there, and it's a family affair if you're over 21.
I was going to say, we should mention it is 21 and over.
Yes.
Can't sneak the younger kids in.
That's right. And it's last year was our first year. We got a little bit of a late start in planning, so we expect a little bigger crowd this year because we've had a chance to do some marketing and fine-tune things from the people that came. There's typically these people, once they figure out there's a craft brew fest, we get people from Lawton and other towns as well, so we're looking forward to it.
Well, it certainly looks like a lot of fun. Now, you've worked with a lot of sponsors as well, right?
That's right.
We have. We've had some people, some organizations in town that have supported us, have been truly great. We couldn't do it without them. 2 of the major financial sponsors are the Bryant Edwards Foundation as well as the Fane Foundation. Benny Keith has been a great supporter, as well as Local Boys Liquor, Back Porch Draft House, the Texas Roadhouse, and Secord and LeBeau Architects. We couldn't have done this without them.
All right, well, kind of wrap it all up for us. Why should people come on out to both the week and the Tornado Alley Brew Fest?
Well, look, I think it's a great community get together, and I think, as Tom said, it's not a huge party. We have fun there, but it's pretty civil, and a lot like the wine tasting event we have during the year. It's a great way to get into a hobby, if you might call it that, and it's going to be a great event, and it's the biggest thing is, again, it goes for a great cause. Our local disabled veterans, and also the Wichita Lake Revitalization Project. So all the money that we collect, there are a few projects that Rotary does, or Rotary North does on their own, and the balance of the money goes to them, but those are the 2 primary causes. So not only can you have a good time, you can help benefit the community as well. So.
And I think instead of having to go to the store and buying a 6-pack of craft beer that you have no idea what it tastes like, come and just try a 2-ounce sample. See, then you can buy it.
Then when you go to the store, you're prepared and you already know that you like it.
Absolutely.
You may even buy a 12-pack.
There you go. You might buy a 12-pack of a lot of them, right?
Absolutely.
They're all as good as you guys
have to get
say.
a new fridge.
And of course, if you do ever want to join Rotary Club North to help plan these types of events, just show up to the meetings, right?
Absolutely right.
Well, thank you guys so much for being here and letting us know about it. I'm sure a ton of people are going to come out.
Thank you, Melissa. We appreciate
Thanks,
you having
appreciate
us.
Make sure you mark your calendars May 2nd and the whole week leading up. Thanks for tuning in to Inside Texoma this morning.